Hey, I'm back, biatches. Anyways, I want to do this video. It's been in the making for a while, and I feel like with everything that's going on as far as getting the same theme over and over during the week with patients and personal experience, etc., I feel that it's important because the universe is actually probably giving me a heads up that some of you might need this. I'm going to talk about relationships, but ending a bad relationship, and sometimes the difficulties in doing that, because with my own experiences, as I often reflect from that of my patients, I understand that sometimes it's easier said than done because of all the emotional things or pain or associations that we have with letting go in and a healthy relationship might have. Okay. These situations might be something that you're facing, or you might know someone that might be going through this, or you could probably reflect on your own experiences. Okay. If you have said, or if you are saying right now that I am in this relationship because I will never find another person who would like me because I am, here we go, I'm going to name out some things in no specific order. I am too fat, too skinny, uneducated, an illegal immigrant. I have a HIV or STD that is incurable. I have no money. I will never find anyone to love me. This is my family's wishes for my life. And the list continues, etc., etc., etc. As opposed to being in a truly healthy relationship and being happy and being fulfilled and getting all that nonstop butterflies and all that goo goo gaga stuff to make you say boom boom boom. I understand that it might be difficult to let go. I've been there. I mean, like, I often said that I had codependent issues where I was always seeking someone to love me because I've had, I guess I was always seeking for a love of someone to love me. I know that a lot of you have other situations which have probably been much more difficult than me, and including of my, as I pose maybe a normal life. But some of you might have been abused, been hurt, been cheated on, neglected, and all type of negative things probably have happened to you. And you're at a certain place right now where you feel like, shit, perhaps I'm damaged. Like, I have patients, who said, Mike, I have HIV or I have AIDS, I'm nobody's gonna like me anymore. It's hard because once I tell them that, my life is over. And I've had people who were, patients who were transgender and said, you know how hard it is to find love in a transgender? Someone who will love me and understand, yada, yada, yada. Or even maybe, let's mix it up, someone who is transgendered and HIV and has HIV. Or in any type of equation where you could just, randomly mix two things up. And they're like, it's hard for me, so I'm just going to stay. I'm going to let him run wild, let him do him. I don't really care, And then he probably buys you something to compensate for the lack of treating you well, or he'll just, give you dick, or some stupid thing that you would say is sufficient enough for the totality of your entire life. Nigga, please! Before I start getting into the warm, touchy-feely stuff, there's this patient, not mine, but I covered someone else's this weekend, and he is such a pure heart. He's a gay patient who only had one lover all his life, and he disclosed to me about all the abuse and trauma that he's gone through. And Oh my gosh, I was just, you know. Anyways, he has a mental illness, which is like treatable, for trauma, PTSD, etc., etc. But, he had depression, heavy depression all his life. Obviously, with the amount of abuse that he's gone through. But anyways, he's with someone who mistreats him so bad, just you know, ridicules him, just leaves him stranded, steals his money, hits him, just puts him down all the time. And I saw his husband, as he calls him, like, this nigga, yo, he's, apart from being attractive, what makes him ugly is that the way he treats this person. And he was disclosing to me just how hard it is. And I'm like, okay, first of all, stop. I had my coffee cup in front of me, and I said, look, this is what I said. I was looking for a cup, right? I said, look, bro. I said, this is your life right here, okay? Your life is filled with so much stuff in it right now, okay? How do you expect for love or something new, something that's better to come into your life if you don't let go of the stuff that's in here? It's like you can't have this coexisting. I'm going to get a little biblical. You can't have the coexisting of sweet water and salt water in the same vessel. Or you can't put new wine in old wineskin. You understand what I'm saying? Me say. How could you make way or want more, something new, when you had to clean out our vessels, our lives? That part, you just have to let go and let God, as you always hear. Letting go is difficult, but it's something that has to be done because you are putting this person and making an impediment in your life. If you think of, oh my God, one day I want to kill him, he mistreats me, I don't even like him. If you have those thoughts in your head, or if you're already thinking about popping off with somebody else, or if you're more able to cheat, or even if you're cheating and doing your thing on the side, but you're still staying for whatever reason, that's wrong, because you're fooling yourself, you're wasting your time, you are just substituting, and you're like getting an inkling of what you deserve. When you start realizing that you deserve more, or you want better, that's when, things are going to happen. But I don't see it feasible, like, okay, that, someone, like, you're tall, you're tall in shining armor, or whatever it is, you're tall, dark, and whatever, Mr. So-and-so is going to come in, sweep you off your feet. That's fictional. That's like, say that for the fairy tales fairy. But, you just got to start letting go of unhealthy bonds. Now, I'm going to say, I just had some spicy Afghan food. Yeah. Anyways, unhealthy relationships doesn't necessarily have to be only romantic relationships. There are friendships that could be, like, I guess, counterproductive, or could be always just like causing you so much like strain and frustration. Like, if your friend is like super dramatic and all the time and getting all a hissy fit, sometimes you just gotta say, all right, let go, let's go. You just gotta say, all right, that person has issues and things to deal with, like everyone else sometimes. But however, if it affects you to the fact where, like, you had to make excuses when someone does wrong, say, okay, you know how such and such is, and then you have like that battered woman syndrome where you're always coming back and say, okay, but then you know what? It's gonna keep on escalating. It's gonna keep on escalating till you can't take it no more, and then you're like, pop. No, but to prevent such turmoil, such frustration, you just gotta let go. Just free your mind and rest my body. But you gotta just know, honestly, you just gotta let go of unhealthy things in our lives, because there are gonna be toxic people. There are gonna be toxic situations where, it's counterproductive to the growth and the full capacity of what you could do. And yes, like loss might last for a season or a little longer, but in the long run, you are making a sacrifice, because sacrifice is letting go of something. Because I have a really squishy, nice quote. It's like letting go of something you like for something greater or something that you love more or something like that. But how would you never know until you let go? Like, I've had my series of relationships, and with an ending of any relationship comes a little downtime where you're like, you know, you're just accustomed. See, being accustomed to something doesn't make that it's right, because it was part of something that you were just used to. It's actually doing something that's, I guess, that you're comfortable, but comfortable and settling is not a good thing, because it kind of lowers the full potential of what we're able to have, or what we're able to get for ourselves, in the sense of whatever area in your life is that deficiency. It could be your job, it could be your friends, it could be your boo, whatever that relationship is. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. Just realize how great you are and what you deserve, and think about those things. What do I deserve? And then maybe as you make room, you'll have room for more. But you determine the amount that you deserve, because you allow it to happen. So let go of whatever's an impediment to you. All right. Oh man. So I just want to give a shout out to all the new fans, all my new Facebook fam, and my YouTube fam. And if you see my apps on Gay social media, you guys have been hitting me up. I'm not responding because I really use those for spreading the my channel. So a lot of great things are happening, and welcome aboard. And I said I'm gonna give some shout out to some people who's been like really, really, really cool supporters, and I think they're gonna kill me if I don't say it, but I'm trying to remember their name. But I feel bad. I'm gonna probably just add it on. Anyways, mucho lavo and Francis. Alright. Peace. And a bottle of hair grease.